For those of you who weren't here last week, we actually got closer together so we could hear what was going on, because we can't hear everything that's going on in the room. So that's what we're going to try to do today. We're going to start off with a warm-up exercise as well.
Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 3.
Tickety-tock.
Okay, right, you're all warmed up now.
No press-ups.
It's hard to believe that it is 11 years now. I just accidentally came across the documentary, The Road to Nowhere, which is about young at heart in America. And what really struck me was watching these older people, they had people like from 70 to 90 on the stage, singing songs that they weren't familiar with, but rock and punk songs. And it was so incredibly life-affirming.
Just till you get fed up, okay? Hey, love!
The criteria initially was they had to be from Finglas and over 65. And we certainly have had, we've had a number of women who have lied about their age and told us they're older than they actually are in order to get into the group. Yeah? And that's a phenomenon in itself.
I asked, could I join, because I love singing. And he told me I was too young, that you had to be over 65. And at the time I was only 63. So I was a bit gutted.
Had you got to be 65 at the
Yeah.
time? Yeah, I would have lied.
I wasn't.
So I decided then that the next time we went to a meeting,
I think I was 62.
and we didn't say anything about our ages, and we just joined anyway. Chiara was the teacher at the time, and we loved it from the very beginning.
You won't be fired at this stage.
I don't think so now. Sorry for the lie, Kevin.
The thing with them is that there's some songs that they wanted to do, and I said, no, these are too young to be singing that.
Myself and the music director decide on the songs, and that's part of the philosophy of the whole thing.
The whole challenge for them is that they're learning a song that they didn't grow up with, whereas a lot of songs they know are songs they would have heard when they're much younger. So that, you know what I mean? And that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of, you know, as in, from an education perspective as well. They're actually teaching them something that they wouldn't otherwise be doing. And sometimes they resist it. And it's always the thing that they resist. Like, I found a reason when we started doing that first, it was, you know, just falling flat each time. I don't know why it's not working. We're persistent. And now they love it. They want to do it now.
I found a reason to keep singing. Oh, and the reason, dear, is you. Oh, I do believe if you don't like things you believe, or stars that place you've never gone before.
The thing that kind of really keeps you going is the fact that the people participating really, really enjoy it.
It gets you up in the morning, gets you ready, and then you go out and then you meet friends. So what more do you want?
You make great friends, you have a laugh, you know, it's a great outlet.
I always liked singing, but I never took any training, so the choirs that helped me a lot. I met some great people and some great conductors, and I'm learning things I never learned before.
I love it, I do. I wouldn't miss it.
To wake up on Thursday, I always say, oh, me forever young today, you know, and it's something to look forward to when you're nearly 3/4 of a century, as I nearly am. I like that, Paul, 3/4 of a century. I don't tell anybody anymore, just 75. I just say, I'm nearly 3/4 of a century, and it sounds fantastic.
It's the best thing that I ever joined, and it couldn't be any nicer in the group.
It was just nice to join a group after my husband died and come to life again, you know, when you got over the shock. And it just helped me along the way and still helping me.
You don't have to be a great singer. You just get so much joy.
Oh, I enjoy going, I enjoy singing. Wouldn't be a solo singer or anything.
Anyone can do it. Everybody has some form of a voice.
We've never taken people on because they're great singers. We have taken them on because they want to be part of the group, that they can sing and they like singing. I suppose liking singing is a big part of it.
When you stand on a stage, you know, and you hear your music starting up, that's when it means the world to you, you know, that sort of way. You could sit here for 6 days a week, and you would not get that feeling that you get when you stand up on that stage.
It's very exciting when the gigs come up, and especially big ones, and we go off to singing them. That's very exciting.
To learn the new songs and to be able to retain the words is brilliant. And when you sing them for the audiences, and see the reaction that you get, that's even better.
I'm always on the lookout to get really good gigs for them.
The thing for them is that they just love doing gigs.
And then if we get a gig like tonight or something, you know, we're delighted.
People don't understand when we sing, especially if you haven't seen us, when we get up and we sing The Road to Nowhere. You name it, we sing songs you never expect to sing.
A lot of work goes into it, mind you. This group rehearses really seriously. They rehearse for 2 hours every week. And then in a lead up to a gig, like then we would do extra rehearsals. And then, of course, we have a band. We have the Forever Young band.
I think anybody that's here really loves it. That's why we're here. And you wouldn't get this training anywhere else.
A girl called Paula Mean. She wrote a beautiful song called Moon.
Last year, the organisation Age and Opportunity got some funding from the Arts Council to commission Sean Doherty to put some of Paula's poetry to music from her book Geomantic.
They look splendid. They just are very, very close to my heart because they carry the real spirit of Finglas, I believe. So thanks very much for listening to me, and I'll just finish with this poem. The Moons. Moons like petals adrift on the stream, night moon and day moon, moon in eclipse, slender new moon in the winter sky, and full harvest moon, a golden ball.
Moons like petals adrift on the stream, night to day, moon, moon in eclipse, slender new moon in the winter sky, and full harvest moon, a golden ball. Moon of my first breath, my mother's death. Grandfather moon, my father's gray bowl.
We all love it. It's a kind of a, to me, it's more of a classical piece, but it's beautiful, and I think it reminisces with a lot of us.
We've been turning their heads for years, like with rock music, and last year then we suddenly had them doing a choral piece, but they managed it and they worked on it, and through that process they really grew to understand the poem, and it's become a very significant poem for them.
From the time you're a baby, from the time you're born, right up until you're at the end of your life.
Moons like petals adrift on the stream, night moon, day moon, moon in eclipse, night moon, day moon, moon in eclipse, slender new moon in the winter sky, and full harvest.
At first, it was unusual for us. But it's come like Forever Young. The moon, start the moon, then we're Forever Young.
My first breath, my mother's death. Moon of my first breath, my mother's death. Grandfather moon, my father's frail bones. Grandfather moon, my father's frail bones. Moon of my love, shine my sister's fall. Moon of my love, shine my sister's fall. Moon of my beloved's waking dream. Moon of my beloved's waking dream. Moons of my life adrift on the stream. Moons of my life adrift on the stream. Moons like petals 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 adrift on the stream.
You know, they've become quite professional when they turn up at a gig, like the way they conduct themselves and the way they operate on stage, and where people stand on the stage even, and how they stand.
When we started going, and my children, my husband and that, and used to come, and I suppose we weren't great, but they hadn't heard us for a while. We heard us one time and they couldn't believe how much we were after coming on.
At the very beginning, I used to refer to concerts just because it was older people I was dealing with. But now I have 85-year-olds asking me, Kevin, when's the next gig? They all depend on each other for the performance to go well. You know, there's a dynamic among the group that has developed.
We're there for each other. That's the main thing. And we're a type of family.
May your wishes all come true. May you always live for others, and others live for you. May you never learn to stop. Climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be clean. May your feet
There couldn't be any noise from the group, and they all enjoy what they're doing, and they all seem to be happy what they're doing. So once they're all happy, I'm happy.
You know, so we all meet up and we do our singing and all that, and our rehearsals, and I loved band. Band's brilliant.
May you stay forever young. Forever young.
It gets you up in the morning, gets you ready, and then you go out, and then you meet friends. So what more do you want?
We're there for each other. That's the main thing.
It's great fun. And everyone seems to be happy in it.
All these people that are here now, these are all new friends for me in the last 10 years. And they all look out for each other, and it's great.
You make great friends, you have a laugh, you know, it's a great outlet.
I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and all the things that you